Hey guys, so today I am going to talk to you about Jergens BB Body Perfecting Skin Cream. And I've been dying to do this video, but I really wanted to give it the full test because they say one of their claims is, you know, give us 5 days to see the results that we're predicting. And so I had to wait the full 5 days, but it didn't take me 5 days to figure out that this was a fantastic product. We've all used BB creams for our faces. Now we have BB cream for our body. And it is specifically for your body. You don't want to use this on your face because one of the warnings that it has on here is to avoid all eye contact. So if you used it on your face, you could get it in your eyes, and you know that could cause a problem. It says for external use only, avoid eye contact. If contact occurs, rinse thoroughly with water, blah blah blah. So yeah, don't use this on your face. This is strictly for your body. Now it does come in 2 different formulas. One is for light skin tones and one is for medium to dark skin tones. From what I can tell, this is the only negative about this cream is I think they would have been a lot better off if they had had 3 formulas for, you know, light, medium, dark. But I got the one for light skin and I haven't had any problems with the color. And yes, it does have color. But I can see how other people would have problems trying to get a good match if the other formula is medium to dark. That's too wide of a range. I mean, I can just see it causing problems, but I can only speak from my own experience, and the light formula works great for me. And yeah, so what does this claim to do? There are 5 things that this claims to do, and what they are is, number 1, hydrates and smooths. Well, absolutely this has done this for my skin. As a matter of fact, after the first time I used it, I kept touching my arm the rest of the day because I couldn't believe how soft and smooth my skin was, and that was after only 1 use. And after using it now for 5 days, I don't ever want to be without this product. As a matter of fact, later today I'm going to go to the store and get a backup so that I will be sure not to run out of this, because I don't want to use anything else on my body now that I've started using this. And I'm not being sponsored by Jergens or anything to say that. And I didn't get sent this product. I paid for it with my own money. Back to what it claims to do. Number 2, brightens and illuminates. That didn't show up right away, but after using it day after day, I started to see that my skin had sort of geez, I don't know how to describe it. I don't want to say luminous because I wouldn't say luminous, but it definitely brightens the skin. Number 3, evens skin tone. It does seem to do something with your skin tone. I used to have some little like imperfections in my skin tone, and it seems like it is evening it out a little bit. I mean, I wouldn't say that there's any kind of shocking drastic difference, but I am seeing an improvement in that. Number 4, visibly firms skin. I think the way that it does that is just by hydrating it, because once you hydrate the skin, it's going to be firmer because the formula is going to sort of sink in and smooth things out. So yes. And then number 5, minimizes the appearance of imperfections. Well, that was pretty much covered, I feel, with the other 4 claims. So yeah, as far as ingredients goes, there are a ton of them, and this is not a paraben-free product. There are a lot of chemical sounding names in here. I'm not a scientist, so I don't know exactly what all these ingredients are and what they do and why they're necessary, But yeah, there are, I mean, here's the ingredient list right here. There's a ton of ingredients. A lot of them I probably wouldn't even be able to pronounce, and it would take me at least 20 minutes to read that all off to you. So if there's a specific ingredient that you're concerned about, I would suggest, you know, just go to the store and read the back of the box and check it out, or you might even be able to just pause the video where I just showed the ingredient list and read it. I don't know if it showed up that well or not well enough to read it. But yeah, I think this is fantastic. I bought it at Target, but I'm sure you can buy it wherever Jergens products are sold. It was $10 and change at Target, but I got it on sale. So I think the regular price is more like around $12 and change. And that was, I guess, about a week ago that I bought it, so I doubt that it's still on sale now. But in case you're curious, there's what it looks like. The light formula is like a peachy beige color. And yeah, let me just take a little bit of this out. And the texture of it is very thick. And that's what it looks like when it's not rubbed in. And when you rub it in your skin, it feels really nice and soothing. At first I thought with all that big list of chemical ingredients that I might have a reaction to it, because I normally have sensitive skin, but I didn't. It doesn't irritate my skin, just the opposite. I love the way it feels on my skin. And so it's a little difficult to rub it in because it is so thick and it's not watery, so it doesn't just sink into your skin instantly. You kind of have to work it in. But I use this all over my body, and I really can't believe how well it hydrates my skin. You do have to wait a few minutes before you get dressed, because otherwise your skin is gonna have like a tacky feel to it and your clothes are gonna get stuck. So you do have to wait a few minutes to let it absorb into your skin. What else? There was one day that I accidentally forgot to put it on, and normally if I were to forget to put lotion on my body in the middle of winter, my skin would actually be painful because it would be so dry. That did not happen. As a matter of fact, later on that day, I was thinking to myself, oh my gosh, I forgot to put my body lotion on. And I looked at my skin and it just looked normal. Whereas normally, if I had forgotten to put the lotion on, it would be all dry and cracked and everything. But what's happening is this is just changing the health of my skin, and it's making it so that, you know, I'm not saying that I wouldn't encourage anybody to skip putting lotion on, but I'm just saying that if you do forget one day, it's not going to be the end of the world, because your skin is just going to be in so much better condition that you could get away with skipping a day without even noticing. So I strongly, strongly urge you to try this. I love it, love it. I think I've addressed everything there is to say about it. So the only negative that I can find is that if I didn't have light skin and wasn't buying the light formula, I would imagine that it could be a problem for especially people who have medium skin. They're not going to know whether to buy the light or the medium to dark, because the dark is probably going to be too dark for them, I would imagine. Maybe not. I guess I shouldn't say that unless I've actually experienced that. But yeah. So on a little side note that has nothing to do with this lotion, I did want to mention that I tried another one of my lipsticks on. This is Wet n Wild Megalast in Ravin Raisin, which is number 916D, and this is the one that's supposed to be a dupe for MAC Heroin. So because this is such a bold purple lipstick, I decided to do something kind of soft on my eyes today. And since I used the Urban Decay 3 palette 2 days ago and then the Urban Decay original palette yesterday, I decided to go with, of course, the Urban Decay 2 palette today just to, I don't know, balance it out and see what I could do. So what I ended up doing was I used Suspect on my lids. And then I used Tease in the crease. And for my highlight, I used Benefit High Beam. And I do really like to use this as my eye highlighter sometimes. If I'm going for that type of pinky highlight, it blends so nice into my skin that I really like using it as a highlight, because sometimes regular eyeshadow highlight colors are so, well, if you use a powder, sometimes they are difficult to blend into that area under your brows, especially in winter. So yeah, that's what I used them as my highlight. And all the rest of the products that I used, you know, I'll list in the description box just like I always do. But if you have any questions about the new Jergens BB Body Perfecting Skin Cream, let me know. And like I said, I highly recommend this. I'm going to go get myself another tube this afternoon and get a backup, because I just love what it's doing for my skin. I am so impressed with this. And yes, $10 and change on sale is kind of a lot to spend for a body cream, but it's worth it. It's absolutely worth it. Oh, and like I said, I think the regular price is 12 something. So still worth it, still worth it. And this coming from a person who usually buys like the store brand body lotion, you know, the cheapest thing I can find, but not anymore. So I'll see you next time, you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.